going to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from here, and this has been like a therapy session.
This is COLM for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Delighted to be joined by Johnny Nelson, MBE. Johnny Nelson. Johnny, how does that sound?
It sounds strange, especially with my name just before it, but it sounds strange. Proper flattered, really flattered, and I think in my head, I think this is something that I wish I could pick the phone Brendan and say, Bren, because that's something that he really wanted to happen. And to me, it shows that people that he's produced throughout the gym and his work still goes on, however possible. It's something we've been done for many, many years, and it's been recognised. And I would love to be able to pick the phone up and shout Bren. And I love for my mum to be able to see it. She'd be so proud. So honestly, I'm proper flattered. And you know what? Obviously, people have had to speak to certain people to say, yeah, get this on. So whoever's put me up for this, massive respect on every level.
First of all, from me and everyone at IFL, congratulations,
Thank
man, for that honour. But when was the first time you got wind of this happening, and how did you hear about it?
I got an email. Someone asked me. Well, first of all, Brendan said to me, when he was alive, look, we're going to get the NMB for the work you're doing with me in and around the city. And I said, Bren, I said, wow, why? What am I doing? And I just didn't get it. I didn't get it. And he said, you're mad. I said, Bren, I don't understand why. Why would they want to give it me? So I never actually got it in my head. So I'm quite sure he probably spoke to a few people as well. And then years later, I got a call out of the blue. And I could tell there was something not right about the conversation. It was like, I don't know how the conversation went, but it's basically, because I love history. I love seeing what's happening in and around history with the royal family and stuff like that. And I love the fact that what we've done in the community has always been recognised. And so when people talk about it, it was like a community thing, what we've done and where you're going. So I knew there's something odd about and then it wasn't until this week until I actually got a nod to say, this is happening. And I'm like, really? For real? And I thought, nah, I ain't saying nothing because I don't think, knowing my luck, it won't happen. So it wasn't until I got touched, people got in touch with me to say, look, can we do an interview about it? So I'm like, how do you know? So I don't know how the process works, but flattered, proper flattered.
And when will you be getting the honour itself then?
You know what? I have absolutely no idea. I have no idea when. I have no idea where. I don't know how. I don't even know who to go and say thank you to. I don't know. I have no idea. I know as much as you do. I have absolutely no idea, mate, honestly.
Well, congratulations. Obviously a proud day for you, your family, the Ingalls stable itself. I'm sure Brendan and your late mother would be very proud of you too. But just a note on that as well. Coogan's podcast with you comes out on Monday. Now, I've been lucky enough to be able to watch it. It's incredible. So anyone listening to this interview needs to get to know Johnny the person, I think, because that's what comes out of it for me anyways from watching it, is it's Johnny the person.
You know what, I obviously remember a little bit of it, but I actually don't remember what was said in the thing. You just go on and say how it is. And one thing I know, that when you speak to people, 9 times out of 10 you can always remember the truth. You can never remember a lie. And if you say how it is, some people might not like what you say, but it's from the heart, so they'll probably respect that because I'm only human like everybody else. So why would I be any different? It's just how you process and dilute and translate information in your head, and how you go about your journey in life. So it's part of the journey. It's part of life's journey.
We'll do a quick fire few questions on 2022 before I ask you in depth another few things. So we'll start with male fighter of the year of 2022. Who's that for you? UK. Well, no. Let's go worldwide. Male fighter of the year.
Come on, man. That's subjective because you could go everywhere and everywhere. My goodness. Okay, let's let's go UK. Let's big up UK. Let's check UK.
Yeah.
We'll go UK. So fight of the year UK wise. Wow. Because I can think of knockouts of the year easily. That's just you've thrown it on my toes there. You'd look at obviously the successes and domination and dominance, and I know it's an easy and obvious one, but again, you'd have to look at Tyson Fury's break from boxing to come back and how he totally manhandled and played with Derek Chisora after having so much time off. He's stamped his dominance on world heavyweight boxing. So regardless, you've got to give credit where credit's due. And what Tyson Fury's achieved, and what it even looks like there's even so much more to come from Tyson Fury in that. Remember, look at the time he had off. Look how he played with Chisora like he was a cat with a mouse. And look at the hard fight Chisora had given Usyk. And to me, I just think Tyson Fury. And look what he did to Dillian White. And Dillian's like a tough piece of a man, and he just made it too easy. So you've got to give the nod to Tyson Fury.
Female fighter of the year.
Wow. Katie Taylor's always been at the top. Katie Taylor is that fighter that you think, wow, you have set the bar high for everybody and anybody. UK wise, you've got to go with Katie Taylor. Potential fights coming through. You've got Shannon Ryan. I think this girl's going to be outstanding. I think Savannah Marshall showed a great account of herself against Clarissa Shields. If you're going worldwide, you love Clarissa Shields, but we're talking UK. There is so much more talent on the level of female fighters that are coming through. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But I actually think we are swamped with opportunities. We are swamped with potential success here in the UK.
Let's go with prospect of the year next.
Easy. Again, Shannon Ryan. Shannon Ryan, brilliant. I think absolutely brilliant. Caroline Dubois, mad.
So, fight of the year 2022, Johnny.
Clarissa Shields against Savannah Marshall. What a night, what a fight, what an atmosphere. Clarissa Shields proper stamped her authority here in the UK, turned haters into lovers. Savannah Marshall, she gave a great account of herself, and I actually think there's so much more that she could have done, and she probably will be looking, thinking, I actually could have done that. But I saw this young girl from when she was a Sky Scholar to get to that level and box at that level and create such a night. The whole show was outstanding.
Promoter of the year. Now that for you is going to be take the Sky hat off for a second. Forget about just boxing.
You know what? You look at promoter of the year. I'd have to say Eddie, and then probably Ben won't like that because Ben's doing a brilliant job. I think Ben's time is due, but I've got to say Eddie Hearn. I think Eddie Hearn has put some matches together that worldwide and travel. And this guy's work ethic is ridiculous. And I think Ben's time will come. Ben is now laying the line down to say, look, this is what I've done. You're going to look back and look what I've achieved. But you got to say, Eddie, like it or not. And this isn't. I'm clearly not wearing a Sky hat right now, but I think he's done a great job as a promoter.
What was the moment for you in 2022 with Sky and Boxer that you went, wow, we're really here?
Amir Khan, Kell Brook. I looked around. I've been to big shows. The presentation, the build up. Even though we've been waiting many, many years for the fight, I looked and I just smiled, and I looked across at Ben Shalom, and I gave him a wink to say, well done, mate, well done. And I think he did brilliantly.
And tell me this, like 2023, I want a bold prediction from Johnny Nelson. What can we expect to see in 2023?
2022, I expect to see 2023. Sorry, I expect to see fights to be made. And even though I've said it might never happen. I can actually realistically see the year ending with Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. I can
You
just
can
see
see
it
that
happening.
happening this year.
I can see it at the end of the year. I can just see it happening.
How about Eubank, Ben? Do you think that it eventually happens in 2023?
I don't know. We just got to see what the findings are in regards to what has been said about the in the results. These results, and you've got to wait and see what's to be said, what's to be done.
Obviously, on Sky in a few weeks, there's a massive fight in Eubank Junior Liam Smith. How do you think that one goes?
Wicked fight. I think Smith clearly has the ability. He has all the expertise, all the experience, far more in every level, from the amateurs through to professionals. You expect him to do it. Time is everything. Smith himself would say he's not the fighter he was, but he is a fighter that's good enough to still beat the likes of Chris Eubank Jr. I think Junior has the engine. Junior has a pace. Junior, timing's everything. And that's a tough one to call. And I know both fighters will be gutted that I've said that, because Smith will be thinking, after everything I've achieved, are you mad? But I think time is everything. I think Eubank's pace, his engine is ridiculous.
I need to ask you, you're actually the only man that can answer this question, because Liam Smith's put out a video. He said on that video that it was an interview, I think, with another YouTube channel. He said that Sky won't release the full gloves are off because it got too heated. What's your comments on that?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. But let's just wait and see. Yeah, by the time this comes out tomorrow, I'm quite sure it's that fight week when you'll start to see that fight on the gloves are off. At least see that argument on the gloves are off.
Well, so, where does that rank amongst all the gloves are off that you've done? Because you've had some.
It's up there. It's up there. You know, it's up there. And it depends on what they show. I don't know what they're going to edit. I don't know what they're going to show you, but I do know it was a lot tense. It was a lot tense.
How does it feel being in the middle of two guys like that? Because clearly there's a dislike between them.
Yeah, but these guys are professionals. You know, when you've got two guys that think, I think I'm better than you no matter what you say, and I can do what I say. You don't have to fight when you have time to, because you wait for your time to beat somebody else. Usually when those things happen before a fight takes place, it's usually one trying to get out the fight one way or another, because what happens is, if they something untoward happens for some reason, the fight might fall on its ass. But when these two guys thinking, I want to get you in the ring, I'll insult you, I'll say everything and do everything I possibly can, I'll get you somehow. So these guys were professional enough to think, I want to show everybody what I do to you publicly. I want to give you no excuse to get out of the fight.
We've heard recently that Lawrence Okoli will box on Sky.
I saw that.
Would you like to see that a permanent move for Lawrence Okoli to maybe sign with Boxer going forward?
I'd love to, because then there's a possibility of getting a unified cruiserweight title, because Riakpor's in touching distance, Bill and Smith's in touching distance. Then we've got Lawrence, and all the other champions out there are all beatable. So we could have three British fighters with world titles. So the chance of unification is very strong under the same stable. So to me, again, you could do something like another Super Six thing, whatever it is. But what a great chance to have a unified champion in the cruiserweight division. That's not for a long time, and I think with Lawrence seeing it being in that mix, it's the jigsaw puzzle that was just missing.
Dalton Smith recently signed with Matchroom. There was maybe an expectation that he may have gone to Boxer. How good of a signing is that for Matchroom going forward to keep Dalton Smith?
Listen, they're businessmen, and I'm quite sure Dalton wouldn't have done it if he didn't make good business, if he didn't get offered something that blew everything out of the water. This is business. It's a fight business. Fighters like to fight, but they also want to make as much as possible. So I'm quite sure Matchroom have done a deal that works for them and works for Dalton, because Dalton, he was well respected and well liked and taken care of when he come to work with us on the show at Sky. So there's no bad feeling. I'm just assuming he's just got offered a better deal, and so he's done what's best for him and his future.
Clarissa Shields, Savannah Marshall, 2023. Do you think that fight can happen? Because we've seen a bit of back and forth, and Clarissa Shields is saying, well, if it's not happening in the United States, it's not happening. I'm not coming back
Just
to the UK.
listen.
What do you make of that?
That will happen. That will happen. Clarissa Shields is getting more love here in the UK than she's anywhere. You know, so and that's where I'm assuming more money is, more attention is, more love is. So that fight will happen here in the UK. It will happen.
Final one. We've seen some comments last night from Conor Benn on social media. I'm not too sure if you've seen them, asking VADA for basically the investigation report to come back. What do you make of those comments? And do you think that he's confident enough that he will be proven innocent?
Well, it clearly is, because otherwise he won't be saying, coming out and chasing this. You'd think, hopefully try and slip it under the radar, get his license back, get back in the mix again. So from Conor's point of view, he thinks he has a strong case. The facts are the facts until told otherwise. So he knows something we don't. So all you can do is we can just speculate. We don't know Jack diddly doo. So just let's wait. Conor still loves the game. Conor still hurting from how it's turned out, but you just got to wait. We can only speculate, and speculation does nobody any favours at all.
Well, Johnny, thank you very much for your time today. I really, really appreciate it, mate. We'll do this again very soon.
Thank you. That's all right.
Thanks.
I'm going to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something, completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.